And we're live! Hello everybody and welcome back to Pokemon Mystery Dungeons & Dragons The Lanwell Chronicles. You might be wondering what we're doing just a week later after our last session, but we decided, since I kind of expected them to be done with all the forest shenanigans and stuff like that, we decided, and I got the material for it, we decided, well also, because the players who were unable to be here are here currently, we decided to go today instead. So you'll be getting your finale right about now. But anyways, first things first, we shall see. I believe everyone except for Doc has done the session recap, and since Doc wasn't here, we will D3 and see who will get it this time. Hopefully it is Quill.
Why you gotta bully me?
Because it's funny. It looks like it's Crow this time. Alright, Crow, take it away.
Alright, on the last episode, we, after pressing Mori for informations, the Meowstick, who is the caretaker of these Mystery Dungeon Pokemon who wandered out of a Mystery Dungeon, or something of that nature, we were instructed to go destroy these 4 stones in 4 different areas, these 4 red stones that were causing the would cause them to these Mystery Dungeon Pokemon to corrupt, so to speak. And if Mori isn't there to pacify them, that would be the result of that. But after that, and I assume Harold stayed there, is that what we're going with?
We're going with Harold staying there, making sure Mori doesn't run away, and helping corral the ghosts in after they manage to escape.
Yeah, I wasn't clear on what we were doing there, so yeah, we went to 3 of the 4 areas, one of which was the first one we went to was... Oh, shoot. I know this, just wait. Well, we went to a swamp. Yes, a swamp first. Where we trudged through a bunch of sticky, slimy, sludgy swamp water. Sergei being particularly proficient in getting through it unhindered. But Eugene had to take a scenic route while Reniel kind of stayed back and fired off some spells. With an amazing slingshot bullet, the rock was shattered into a million pieces. And we then...
Anime.
Yes, very anime. And then we proceeded to the lake where Sergei again was the one to kind of go through it very much impeded. But we alerted them before we got there so we didn't get a surprise on the ghost Pokemon guarding the stone. But after Sergei threw the stone out of the lake, and getting temporarily confused, we pummeled on it and it shattered into a million pieces. And then we went to the cliffside where we snuck up on them again and were able to plan out our tactics in destroying the stone, which was pretty much just sneak up to it and pull it down after burning the vines that were anchoring it into place, and we pummeled it in submission. And I think that's where we left off.
You missed the best part of chasing the Eevee, but that's good enough.
Alright.
I'll get yourself a D6.
Alright. It's gonna be 1, watch. No, it'll be 6.
Apparently the secret with these luck points is just say you're gonna get 1, and then you'll get 6.
Yeah.
Parser will always seem to ignore you. Now just call for 1s in every roll.
Yeah.
No, then Parser will actually agree. But, anyways, we will begin back at the forest village. Harold, as you've been keeping an eye on Mori, you see basically you've seen about 3 times where a bunch of ghosts sort of scatter around from all directions. They seem to be panicked and they float into the village. As they do so, Mori approaches them. He seems to be using some sort of radiant thing with his paws, while his ears also links this white energy. And that seems to calm the ghosts down enough. And they don't seem to talk with each other, but after that, the ghosts seem to be pacified enough, and they go on their way into the village. And you see it sort of growing livelier and livelier as you imagine your friends are being successful out in destroying the rocks.
Alright.
So you see this going on for a bit, and then Mori breathes a sigh of relief and says to you, "Okay, looks like your friends are actually pretty good at this."
So it would appear.
Won't deny I was a little worried for a moment, but at the very least, hopefully this will be done and over before too much danger happens, though. What do you guys plan on doing afterwards?
We need to see exactly what happens afterwards. For the time being, it looks like you probably have this under control. I should probably go help them.
Yeah, I should be able to calm them all down once they approach. He looks around, sort of. You can tell he's sort of thinking of which way the ghosts are coming from, and he says, "Alright, I think they've at least destroyed 2 or 3 rocks by this point in time, so you should probably head in the direction of the stone circle, and if they're not there, pivot around to joining them at the one on the cliff side."
Understood. And I'm sorry.
Sorry?
For how I treated you.
I can't entirely say I blame you. As far as you guys saw, I was just a petty thief. To be honest, I probably should have, in the first place, sought help, but I'm just used to doing things on my own. That's how most Pokemon in Lanwell work. Or not, in Ledrith work.
Called Welch.
No, Ledrith.
Oh, we're in Ledrith?
Oh, you're in
Right.
Caldwell, she's from Ledrith. That's how most Pokemon...
In any case, we'll speak later after we're done with all of this.
Right. I'm prepared for whatever you guys decide then. Good luck.
And Harold is going to follow his instructions and track down everybody else.
Okay. Harold, as you begin walking, and the rest of you, as you guys also start walking, you will eventually see a strange crimson glow coming from the general direction of where the stone circle was said to be.
Does it look like the other rocks when they were warming?
It does have the same color as the rocks when they're warming, yes, though it's much brighter than what they usually do.
Okay, I'm gonna signal everyone to hide and try to get a better look.
Well, as of right now, it's still off in the distance. You're not
Oh,
quite close enough to the rocks in order to really get a vantage at what's going on yet.
It's still, we can see it from this far back.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead again and see what we're dealing with.
All right,
Rhino
if you're going to go check up ahead, I would suggest being careful. I don't remember the previous rocks being this ominous.
Well, you know, I don't want to walk into an ambush, which would be even more deadly.
It would be nice to avoid the repeat of the lake. Yes.
Exactly. So is there anything in this environment to like get cover behind? Are there like stones jutting out of the ground, trees to hide behind?
As of right now, there's like plenty of trees around. Since you're leaving for the cliffside, there are also a few stones.
All right. I'll tell the party to maybe stay 60 feet behind me
Okay.
as I go and try to see what's up ahead.
All right. Roll me stealth then.
16.
Okay. So you're walking through stealthily, and as you're approaching, give me a perception check. As you're approaching, you notice very little. Harold,
Yes'm.
first off, give me a perception check.
1 moment. My mouse would scroll correctly.
Okay.
19.
Okay. So, first things first, you hear a strange sound coming very close by, but also to your right, about 30 feet away, you also see one of your friends. You see Eugene trying to sort of stealth about through the forest and approach. He does not see you.
Okay. Harold is going to... How close am I to him?
30 feet.
Okay. Harold is going to hopefully not startle him too much with this. He's going to cast Message and just say, Eugene, right here. And to your... he's going to, I guess, to his left, I assume.
Yeah.
Eugene, to your left.
So at first I think that's Renial, and I look behind me, and then
Renniel's looking back.
But then I hear the instruction to the left, and then I look over in Harold's direction.
Okay, now you see him.
Yeah. So I'm in this awkward position where I don't want to come out of hiding, but I want to go to him, so I'm kind of hesitantly about to step out, and I guess I'll try and sneak towards him.
So you can respond to Message.
Oh, okay. Oh, you're back.
Yeah. What's the situation?
Was Harold told about what we were kind of doing?
Yeah, he knows.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. We've broken 3 of those 4 stones, and we're heading to the last one by a stone formation. I was trying to sneak up ahead to scout out the area so we can plan ahead of time before just rushing in there.
Got it. Is everyone else
Yep.
nearby?
The others are about 30 feet behind me.
I'll join up with them then.
Okay.
Okay. I assume you're gonna sneak up to pass by and then head to the rest of the group, Harold?
I'm gonna take a slightly roundabout way to try to not be as obvious, but yes.
Okay. Alright, if you're going roundabout, then this will be a bit easier, so roll me stealth. Alright. Well, luckily, since you're heading roundabout, despite the fact that you feel clumsy, it was a very good idea for you to take roundabout, and nothing jumped out at you as you managed to finally reach the rest of the group. Anyways, now that you're back, Eugene, give me one more stealth check to finish your approach.
Come on. Yeah.
Okay.
27.
Okay, you are like the shadows. And you're able to get a decently good approach. As you get closer and closer to this ominous red glow, it finally stops glowing as badly. And you soon see the stone circle in front of you. Give me a perception check to see if you can see it from your current distance.
And so if I fail this, I'd have to get closer.
Correct. Okay, yeah.
24.
You are able to see basically everything you need to see. So we will load up the map. Obviously, you're probably like right here, whereas everyone else is behind here.
All right.
And this is about what you see. You see that there is a shuppet. Oh, right. I should also go into this at streams. You see a shuppet, a flababy, a Pokemon names escape me, a Litwick, and frick, I cannot remember that that one.
Impidimp.
Yeah, Impidimp. But the strangest thing, considering you were told that these are mostly children, is right next to the rock, you see a Trevenant that seems to be fairly strange. Like, its black parts seem to be more ethereal than normal, and its eye is glowing the same crimson light that the rock used to be glowing.
Okay, and I'm guessing it looks quite formidable, too.
Yes, it definitely looks a lot stronger than the children you're used to.
And this cliffside right here, is that like 10 feet up?
Yeah, the cliffside around the area is 10 feet up.
Okay. Then with this information, I'm gonna go back to the party.
All right. You do that.
All right. All right, it looks very similar to the cliffside we were at before. But there is a Trevenant that looks very strange. His parts that should be black are see-through, and his eye is glowing as red as those rocks.
Trevenant eyes usually go about that color anyway.
But... there's a slope right at the front. I basically relay, like, kind of the lay of the land. Yeah.
Yeah, you could basically relay about what do you see on the map.
How should we approach this then?
I'm thinking we use the distraction tactic again. And maybe someone could go around to the back of the cliff get up behind them.
But the rock was ordering them, it seems. What if the Trevenant doesn't move?
Yeah, that's a problem. And didn't the Shuppet have a projectile attack?
Didn't it?
I know
I
a
know the
trick that might
Phantom
be able.
did.
I've got a trick that can light him up a bit and make him easier to hit.
So maybe try to use the trees as cover if you're going to move in, so you're not shot.
I can move around the back if you would like me to do that.
Well,
I am not the stealthiest, so I may be noticed.
I prefer it if we got like Sergey up there somehow, because he could probably do the most damage to that rock.
Right. The issue will be getting me up there, unless we want to take our way around, but...
And if we go directly, you'll just be hindered by a lot of them, and you'll probably take a lot of damage.
Speaking of which, could I possibly consider using lay on hands before we go in?
I mean,
On myself?
yeah. There's nothing stopping you.
Alright, in that case, I'm going to use the remaining 14 points I have to heal up. Oh, wait, no. Is it full 14? Let me see. I only need 12.
Do you count the extra from aid?
Yeah, I'm counting the extra from aid. Alright, so I've got 3 left. 2 left, excuse me.
Do you think you could turn Sergey invisible, Reniel?
I could, but that would leave me with very little power left.
Well, if he can get up there and break that rock, that'll just end this.
Remember, I only have one more of those, rather loud
Now would certainly be
attacks.
the time to use it.
Yes,
Oh
it's
no, I
last-
definitely plan to. I don't know if it'll be enough.
Maury told us they were susceptible to thunder damage. Are you able to do anything like that, Harold?
I'm afraid not.
Well, I can possibly assist Sergey if he's right next to the rock.
Alright. I will turn Sergey invisible.
All right, but I'll try to. So for a Pokemon like Sergey, would it be like athletics to climb that slope?
It would be athletics to climb because I believe Sergey doesn't have a climbing speed.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
All right then.
Yeah, so if he were to go from behind, he would basically use athletics, though. It's not impossible for him to climb, so.
All right.
Pretty good at yeah, I can't speak. Pretty good at athletics.
Okay, so Sergey, you should probably try to go around and get up the slope, and then you have to give us a signal somehow, because we can't see you.
That's going to be a bit of an issue.
How long do you think
How-
it would take for you to get up there?
How long?
If you simply walk up the slope, it should not take you very long, correct?
No, not at all.
As long as I forge a telekinetic or telepathic bond with you, you should be able to simply tell me when you are in position. but you will only have 3 minutes to get there.
30 minutes is definitely doable.
3, not 30.
I said 3.
Okay.
All right. So then, Reniel and Harold, you should probably, like I said before, try to stay close to the trees so you can get cover if they try to fire at you.
Reniel nods.
Maybe over to the left here.
Okay.
All right. Are we ready to execute it?
Yep.
I'll start
right.
by lighting them all up.
And Sergey just kind of fades from view.
All right. You are now invisible, Sergey, so you will still need to make stealth checks, but it'll be harder for them to see you, and you're basically just making it just in case you make too much noise on your way there.
Right.
So if you're gonna walk past, you will roll stealth at advantage. As for everyone else, is there any particular position you want to be in? I'll say if you go beyond this line right here, you will be making stealth checks in order to position yourself.
And Reniel will go roundabout over to here.
Let me see.
Can you show the line again real quick?
So the plan was...
That should be
Just
fine,
look
yeah.
around.
Reniel can do that. The line is right here. I could just draw you a better one.
Yeah. The plan was for you to just kind of go around and then go up and then say you're ready and then we'll distract them.
Well, if he went up around here, he'd be able to get in position before the telepathic bond breaks.
Oh yeah, that works.
3
too.
minutes is
Would I
pretty
be able
long.
to go here?
Yeah. I'll say that's fine.
Yeah, I'll go here then too. I guess we should kind of stay together.
Right, so you guys are going over there.
Okay, now Sergey, as you're going about, make a stealth check. You with advantage because you're invisible.
Right, so we can assume that we were able to make it over to here free of movement, right?
Yeah.
Up until this point.
It'll be when you pass right here, you'll be making the stealth check.
Alright, so from... Do I just make my 30 feet of movement and then make the check?
Sure.
Or...
You're not in initiative right now, but... So you could technically freely go, but... Still, make your stealth check.
Alright.
That's once you're in initiative, then you're restricted 30 feet of movement.
And you said these were at advantage.
Yep, that's correct.
Good for that. Oh my...
Oh no.
Okay, so as you reach around here, you feel that your paw snapped a twig, and this Impadimp over here seems to have noticed it, though it hasn't noticed you yet. Well, both the Impadimp and the Litwick noticed that, but they don't seem to have noticed you because you're invisible. So they are going to go over here, and they're going to be looking very carefully over here.
Alright. Dear.
Is it obvious he made a noise?
To you guys, yeah, he's close enough that you guys can tell he made a noise.
All right. Well, I'm going to hide. What I plan to do here is I want to shoot a slingshot bullet, like, at this.
Oh, interesting.
Ah.
All right. Give me an attack. So basically, what you're gonna do is you're gonna slingshot right there, and then you're gonna hide. Correct?
Yes.
Okay. So first off, give me an attack roll to hit the rock. This should be pretty easy.
All right.
Since you're not hitting for damage, you're just hitting to. Yeah.
10.
Okay. You did so, and give me a stealth check to hide. Because you can do that with your cunning action.
Hopefully that's better than 15.
Alright.
So not as bad as getting 2 single-digit rolls with advantage.
Alright. Neither of them noticed you. The ghosts hear this. They go back and they're investigating the pellet down here.
Yeah.
So you have
All right,
successfully diverted attention. Alright, so okay, and this time I'm going to have you move your 30 feet. So move your 30 feet and then make another stealth check.
So make it to there. And don't do this to me today, Parser, please. Oh my god.
Parser is being mean right now.
Out for blood.
That's 4 below 10.
4 in a row.
Sergey hears in his head,
You are lucky you are invisible.
He doesn't really have a response. He's kind of just, well, not audibly muttering, but he's getting very annoyed that he keeps tripping up.
Okay, so now you got these guys are focused on what was that sound.
I'm gonna whisper to Harold. He's not very good at this.
Just
Should we jump out and distract them?
Perennial's going to minor illusion the sound of a bird Pokemon making a noise in this tree.
Okay. Roll me. I don't want to say this. Roll me persuasion or deception. Yeah, deception, actually. I think deception fits.
Yep, 21.
Okay.
At least all of you guys are getting good rolls.
Okay, so the Trevenant's gonna remain, but you successfully got this guy's attention, and these guys are gonna float over and sort of be curious as well. Anybody else doing anything, or shall we have Sergey try and stealth again?
I'm gonna wait to see what happens when he tries to get up the side of this mountain.
yeah.
Okay, Sergey.
Okay, so I got to figure out how much movement it costs to get up the side anyway.
It will be.
Is that?
It will, since it's not something you have movement for, it'll be difficult terrain, and therefore you will have half movement.
All right.
So it takes 20 to get up.
Of course, that assumes you succeed on the athletics check, because if you don't, then
Yeah, I know. I'm wondering if I want to make another move before trying to climb up, just so that. Because I want to position around here-ish. But I won't be able to climb if I move there.
Jump out and distract them.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
okay, so you're gonna make another movement?
I'm gonna make another movement.
All right, let's see if Parser decides to be nice to you this time.
Won't he have
Please don't
60
jinx it.
movement?
That assumes I dash. I figured dashing wasn't an option here.
It would not
I
be.
mean,
no.
despite, because even with invisibility, that's gonna make noise dashing. So, Parser.
There you go. That's a pretty good one.
Wow.
Okay, cool. There's the 20.
That isn't a 20.
No, that's a nat 20. It's a -1.
Yeah, I know, but it goes to 19, which is funny.
Yeah. But anyway, so you finally feel like you got your stride, and you managed to invis a stealth without alerting anybody. So the
Alright.
ghosts here. You said it was this tree, correct?
Yep.
Okay, these two are going to These two are going to be investigating this tree. And both of them suck at investigating. Okay. And yeah, that is basically what happened. Alright. I like how this is sort of initiative, sort of not. Maybe I should have actually had you guys roll initiative.
Maybe.
Oh well.
Gonna happen.
Yeah.
Anytime now.
It's gonna happen pretty soon. Alright. Sergey.
Alright. I'm gonna try to climb.
Alright. First things first, roll me athletics to climb.
24.
Alright, you masterfully climb to the top.
Alright, so that's 10 and that's 20. I have remaining to make it to there.
Okay. And roll me stealth.
Ah.
Ooh.
Well, let's see.
10's not bad.
10's not bad, but it's not good.
Alright. Let's see.
Probably below their passive perception.
Oh my gosh, did you actually...
No.
You actually got away with it.
How?
Okay.
Renyl made a very good bird noise.
Apparently the RNG decided it didn't want to be with me this time.
Alright. Well, the next turn I'm just gonna signal. So,
Alright,
anything else needs to be done.
Alright, Rainiel, you have the signal.
Okay. That's really all that we can do. Renyl can't tell the other two because he's too far away.
Oh.
Oh.
There is a workaround, though. Harold has message, which does reach to Renyl, I think.
But the problem is Harold messaging Renyl just...
I mean, I guess what we could do is just have Harold periodically cast a message and say, "Do you have it yet?"
Yeah.
You know,
Is that metagaming
retroactively,
now?
that's fair enough.
Alright, so that's what we're doing.
Okay, I guess.
Okay, so who are you specifically casting message to, Rainiel?
Yes.
Okay.
I just like to imagine Harold sitting in the back of the car. Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet?
We are
Honestly.
there yet.
Yeah, Renyl says,
He is in position.
Alright. Harold will relay this to Eugene.
Okay. Let's distract them to go down the slope. And I could possibly get in that tree right there and start shooting at the rock. But I'll wait till they're closer.
If you can get into position.
You mean get into the tree right now?
Yeah.
Whew. I don't want to mess this all up. Okay, I'll try. I guess if they see me, that's a distraction of its own.
It
So.
technically is.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll try to make it up this tree and high stealth, I guess.
Okay, so you will be rolling me stealth, and you'll be rolling an attack roll to throw your grappling hook up there.
All right. Stealth. Stealth is 17.
The +8s though.
Grappling hook is 11.
Oh.
Okay, so you make it to the tree, but as you grapple, your grapple goes wide and it falls right back down, making a tink sound.
Okay. Well, that's a bust. I guess I'll make my way to this tree and try to hide in it.
Same 2 rolls.
First stealth, 21. And 23 for the grappling hook.
Okay, you managed to make your way into the tree just fine this time.
All right.
Okay. Presumably seeing that Eugene is in position, Harold, targeting this point right here, is going to cast Fairy Fire.
Which point?
Can you see the dot I'm making?
Yeah, now I see it. Okay. Alright, that'll
So
be...
the rock automatically fails because it's an object.
Is
And
it 20
then
feet?
I need the Trevenant, the Impidimp, and the Flabebe to make dexterity saving throws.
Alright.
Is that 20 feet in radius, or is that...
20-foot cube.
Oh, okay.
Okay. The Flabebe failed. What's your save DC?
13.
13. Alright, the Flabebe failed. The Impidimp passed. And the Trevenant failed. And the Rock obviously failed. Alright, so
Nice.
let me
Okay.
do some marks. What color is it?
We're going to go with purple.
Okay. I think this is purple.
Yep.
Alright. And at this point in time, because your spellcasting ability is sound, and I believe Fairy Fire requires verbal components anyways,
Yes.
the ghosts are fully aware of your presence, so now we will finally roll initiative.
Okay.
One time.
It begins.
It begins with a +3.
Alright, let's get the initiative tracker up.
Ouch.
Ugh, 10.
I mean, you're still rolling more double digits than I am. Oh my goodness.
Very glad I got that Fairy
Parser is
Fire up
out.
first.
Parser is out for blood.
Oh my gosh. I don't think I've seen a party roll this low in initiative.
It works out for Renniel's purposes.
Yeah, I guess we do kind of want them to act first so they move.
I guess that's fair.
That is actually a fair point. Okay.
Unless the rock does something.
Just like teleport somewhere else.
The rock teleports behind you. Nothing personnel, kid.
Oh no.
Doc Harold has an extra token up there, so you can put him in initiative. Should be up above the initiative tracker.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, it's their handy dandy
so-
nude.
It happened to be like... Gosh, I'm trying to figure out how to use this. Where's... my token that I place in there?
It's right
Above
above.
the group. Yeah.
Yeah, it's right above the initiative tracker.
You don't need to move
There
the
we
map
go.
up.
I happened to be just looking lower down and didn't see it.
Okay.
Fury Fire is going to be very useful against the rock.
Yeah. All the monsters are getting in there.
Mm-hmm. And I feel like I'm missing something. Oh, right, the Flababy. I think it is Flababy. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Flababy. Okay. All right. So let us start with tactics meeting. I'm pretty sure you guys have a good idea of what you're gonna do, but tactics meeting starting now.
I'm actually thinking about waiting until they've moved off before I do anything.
Yeah. I'm gonna try and make my way closer, maybe like behind these rocks, so I can start giving you advantage.
Okay.
I mean, he already has advantage because of Fairy Fire.
Oh,
That-
right.
Yeah, that
right.
is true.
And you'll have advantage as well, so...
All right. I guess I can just shoot.
In that case, yeah, we don't have to worry about anything extra.
My plan is to use Vicious Mockery on anyone who gets close to Sergey. Possibly
Right.
Dissonant Whispers if it looks really bad.
Reniel has enough magic left in him for one more magic missile. You want him to shoot that at the rock right away, or you want him to hold his card for now?
Might be better to hold it.
Well,
All right.
you're gonna turn Sergey uninvisible when your turn rolls around anyway, but it doesn't matter since they all have went anyway, so you can drop concentration to do something else if you want.
Oh, right. I'm still invisible the first turn.
Reniel's gonna hold his. Reniel's gonna concentrate on the invisibility as long as he can.
Okay.
And invisibility will
In that
automatically.
case.
Invisibility
Oh,
will.
wait, does it break?
Yeah, it breaks when you
As soon
attack.
as you attack.
Okay, in that case.
Tactics is over, by the way.
Yeah.
Ah.
Trevenant going.
I will say real quickly, Reniel can cast non-concentration spells without breaking the invisibility.
Correct.
All right. Okay. The Trevenant will begin. Yeah, it'll begin making its way down the hill. It's not using its full movement yet, but it's now going to use... Is it going to use an action? Oh, it can. Okay, so the Trevenant is going to go down the hill, and it is going to attempt to do something with the roots under you, Harold. Harold, I want you to give me a strength saving throw.
Oh, crap. I'm really bad at those.
Most of us are.
Yeah.
But it
Oh,
probably worked out okay. 16.
Yeah, okay, you... Man. These guys cannot get strength saves on guys with low strength for anything. Okay, so yeah, you see some vines were about to try and enclose you below, but you managed to hop out of the way and they don't... You managed to break free or hop out of the way, however you want to flavor it, and they're currently not affecting you. Alright. Next, it is the the Impidimp, the thing I can never remember its name. And it is gonna scooch on here. It's gonna assess the situation right now. But it is down there. Alright. Now the Flababy. The Flababy is gonna be doing something odd. It's just gonna move right here for now. You don't know
Ah.
quite what it's doing, though it seems to be getting ready for something. Alright, Eugene?
All right, I'm going to. Where's that Litwick? It's on the other end of the map. Okay. I'm going to fire at the rock.
Okay, I assume you're talking about the rock.
The rock, yes. And I have advantage because of fairy fire.
Which is a
I think you
good
have
thing.
advantage.
Ah.
Gonna be a lower number.
Oh!
It couldn't be lower. It was a 1.
Oh wait, it should have been. I did the wrong roll. It was supposed to
Wait,
be
what?
+6,
Oh.
but it doesn't matter. But yeah, I did the wrong
Yeah.
roll.
Okay, yeah. Your shot plinks off the rock and does nothing.
Yeah.
So better than getting the 1 where you could have ricocheted and hit someone else.
Kind of groaned and I'm going to attempt to move closer. Go a little on the branch here.
Okay. Are you still attempting to stealth from up there, or do you not care?
I get advantage anyway, so I'm gonna try and distract off Harold, and I'm not gonna bother and try to hide.
Okay,
Interesting.
gotcha. So yeah, the enemies know you are there as well. Since you are jumping across branches, though, give me... It's pretty thick, so this will be easy, but give me an acrobatics check.
Alright. Okay. D20 plus 4 equals 14.
Okay. You feel like you barely managed, but you did not fall off.
Alright.
Alright, now it's the shepherd's turn. Now that they have a target, they're not interested in this tree anymore. There are no birds there anyways. Disappoint. So it is gonna float here, I'd say. It is gonna float right up here. And it is going to send... roll a d2 for it. 1 will be Harold, 2 will be Eugene.
Right. Would I have cover with all the trees?
You might have like half cover, yeah.
Okay.
And since it rolled a 2, that will actually matter. Okay. Well, I think a 21 hits even beyond half cover.
Yep, it does.
Alright. You will take... Yeah. You take 6 necrotic damage as the shadowy ball hits you.
Okay.
Alright.
Oof.
Next it is the Litwick. It will also... go this way, and it is going to shoot fire at you, Harold.
Okay.
Does a 17 hit?
Yes.
Okay. You take 5 fire damage.
Right.
Do you have anything
Yeah,
specific that reduces that? I can't remember.
No, I need to make a concentration check.
Alright. DC will be 10.
21.
Yep, you are still concentrating on fairy fire. Alright. And I believe it is you, Sergey. Or, no, Raniel
Alright.
next.
Oh.
I almost forgot about him. Raniel.
Raniel's going to hold his action until the start of his next turn. Well, just before the start of his next turn, and then he's going to launch a firebolt at the Trevenant.
Okay, so you're gonna I don't think you can hold your action until a specific turn. I think you have to hold your action to a specific other action someone else is doing.
Anyone confirm that?
It sounds reasonable to me, but I'm not sure what the official ruling on that is.
Holding an action.
Let me look.
You must define your trigger for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need a specific trigger for it. The start of your next turn is not a specific trigger.
X does Y, and I do this.
Alright, in that case, Rainiel's going to do nothing.
Okay.
You can ready attacks when a creature gets within a certain range.
Alright,
But
and
that's about it.
that's what you're gonna do, then, Sergey.
Alright. Don't worry about that little baby that's that close. So I'm kind of debating whether or not I want to actually make a move now. That thing all closed the distance, but we did say it was trying to wait on something, so... Actually, I've got an idea. It's a dumb one, but it is an idea, since you said that the Flavy sounds... It looks like it's trying to prepare something.
Mm-hmm.
So... Where was it? Range of 10 feet. I'm actually going to move in range of the Flavy and use a Mudslap.
Interesting.
It's 10 feet.
Alright. Which roll is that again?
It is a...
I believe it's an attack roll.
I need to make a melee spell attack against a creature within 10 feet using Constitution or Strength as the spell casting ability.
Alright. Do so.
Okay, so... Wait, how does that work? Is that just like using D20 plus my Strength mod then?
Plus your proficiency bonus.
Oh, Strength and Proficiency?
Correct.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a little strange when it comes to trying to do these improvised spells.
Melee spell attacks are a thing.
I'm admittedly not the most familiar with them, so...
Okay. That hits...
Oh yeah, you have advantage too.
Alright, you would
Oh,
have
right, yeah.
fish for the crit, I guess.
Fish for the crit. Nope.
No. Okay, but yeah, your advantage hit.
Alright, so that is... one... Okay, that's just a flat D6. There's no mods on that. I think.
That sounds right.
Okay, and it now has disadvantage on the next attack roll.
And you are no longer invisible.
Well, I figured that much.
Yep. You are no longer invisible. Okay. Alright, interesting choice, but...
Since I'm also still out of range, can I move back?
Technically, yes. If you did not use your movement to reach there, then you can use your movement to go back.
15. I still have 15 left. I'm going to move right back.
Okay, the rock is going to make an opportunity to... No.
Oh my god.
No, the rock does not have the ability to make an opportunity attack.
Okay, good.
It can do some things, but that's not one of them.
Yeah, I remember the last time I was close to it.
Speaking of which, the rock is glowing ominously right now.
Ah, great.
Alright, Harold.
Okay. Alright. Harold is going to cast Vicious Mockery on the Shuppet.
Alright. What insulting thing do you have for me today?
Yeah, okay, I'm gonna have to do the Litwick then, because I can't think of anything good to say on the Shuppet, and they're both equally good targets as far as I'm concerned.
Oh, okay. Alright, so what do you got for the liquid?
Best you got. So it needs to make a Wisdom saving throw.
Yipperuni, and it failed.
Okay.
So that was two.
Takes 4 points of psychic damage, and it has disadvantage on its next attack roll.
Alright, that's two things. I have disadvantage.
And I'm going to use my movement. Noticing what the Trevenant tried to pull last time. Going to do something potentially incredibly stupid. I'm going to move here a little further away from that tree. Hopes that I am out of its range.
Okay.
And that is going to be my turn.
Okay. Well, so funny thing about hitting the Flibaby is going to use its ready to action. And what it's going to do is actually a little strange. It is going to... let me make sure I've got this right. Yep. Okay. It is going to suddenly cause this brilliant light to appear from it. It seems to be almost soothing the ghosts around it. And... that's so. And you see that the wounds this... oh, whoops, I'm on the distance tool. Some of the wounds that you just inflicted on this Litwick are now healed.
Great.
Interesting.
And yeah, it still seems to be glowing as well.
What's still going? The Flibaby?
Yeah, the Flibaby is still glowing as well. Alright. And... yeah, I believe now we move on to tactics. Begin.
All right. Okay, so question here. I'm going to shoot a smoke screen. Would it go, like, all the way across here?
I believe so, yes.
That's what I'm going to do.
You're
So,
gonna do a
Sergey,
wall.
you probably want to stand here or here.
Wait, oh, so I can still see the...
The rock. And they'd have to, like, go here to attack you.
Okay.
Interesting idea.
If no one's... okay, what?
Go ahead.
Reniel... well, we'll see what the rock does. If the rock does summons things in and something appears next to Reniel, he's gonna need Expeditious Retreat. Otherwise, Magic Missile. The rock.
I don't really have a whole heck of a lot I can do.
Right, so I guess I'm going to actually start going for attacks then.
Destroy the thing.
Alright. Okay. It is the Trevenant's turn. And it is going to basically use all of its movement to reach you, Harold. It's not going to attack yet, but it is very close to you. Alright. And... this thing This thing is going to go here, and it is going to cry at you, Harold. On your next, because it's crying, will make it so that on your next save you will have -2. And that will be its turn. This thing is going to heal off the remaining damage that Litwick had with its wish spell, and that's its turn. Eugene.
All right, so I'm going to fire that smoke screen like just through this area here, and I believe it reaches up to. I think it only reaches up to here.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna draw that in black if possible. Yep. Okay, so your smoke screen is, if I'm correct, going basically like this. Obviously, with much more obscuring, but that's beside the point.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's only. Oh, I see what you want me to do. I get it now.
Now I wanna use all my movement. How is movement kind of like jumping through these trees? Is it difficult terrain?
I'm gonna say, since due to the fact that it's that's like branches and vines, I will say it's difficult terrain. Yes.
All right. So I want to go 10, 20. You know what? I'm gonna jump into the smoke screen and hide.
Okay, roll stealth.
Yeah. With cunning action. Is it advantage because it's heavily obscured, or
Yeah.
Is it... Yeah. Okay. Well,
Which
that's
is
a
good
good
for you.
thing. 14.
Alright, let's see what manages to see you. Oh my gosh. The only thing that is aware you are there is the is the Flabebe.
Ugh.
Of course, the closest one.
Alright. Okay. Shuppet's turn. Let's see. Well, I wanted it to go after Sergey, but that puts a damper in my plans. So I think it is going to go into the smoke and attempt to find Sergey, but let's see if it succeeds. Or attempt to escape it to reach Sergey, and no, it's lost in the smoke right now. Alright. Litwick is going to... Oops, not you. Litwick is going to attempt to get closer and shoot another fire at you, Harold, but this will be at disadvantage. And I'm assuming an 8 misses.
It does.
Alright, so yeah, its fire goes wide and you manage to not get hit by that. Alright. Reniel.
Alright. Reniel is going to use all of his movement to get up here.
Okay.
Good luck, Harold.
Yeah, we just kind of left him.
Yeah, that is a bit of a consequence of this plan, but... Alright, Sergey.
Alright, I'm going to move here. And then I'm going to take a swing at this thing.
Alright, give me an attack roll with advantage because fairy fire.
Yep. That's correct. Thank goodness.
Okay, that hits. Roll damage.
All right. Yep. Yep.
Okay.
And I'm also going to use Thunderous Smite.
All right.
Which is listed as what? 2d6? Yeah, 2d6.
I hate to be that guy, but I think you got to prepare that prior to attack.
Wait, oh no.
It's technically a bonus action that you do before attacking, yeah.
Ah.
I mean, you could prepare it as a bonus action now. Though it is concentration, so if you were to get hit, you would lose it.
In that case, well, never mind. I swear, I remember hearing people say, well, oh, if they get the crit, then I'll use the smite.
That's Divine Smite.
Yeah.
Oh.
Alright.
Yeah, okay.
Alright, I forgot to label the rock's damage. There you are. Okay, well, you can bonus action it next time, and someone will probably remind you.
Next time.
If you don't, so. There you be. Alright. Rock is going to summon this and this from up north.
Great.
Alright, Harold, it's your turn.
Okay. Harold is going to cast Dissonant Whispers on the Trevenant.
Alright.
So it just kind of hears a...
It hears what Reniel does every single day.
So it needs to make a DC 13 Wisdom saving throw.
Alright. Okay, you are... Nice. Okay, yeah, it failed.
Okay. So it takes... Oh, that's a terrible roll. 7 points of psychic damage, and it has to use its reaction to move as far away from me as it can.
Okay, I believe this would technically mean it'll take an opportunity attack from you if you want to use your react.
I mean, I used my action to cast Dissonant Whispers, so... Oh, right, I could use it with my reaction.
Yeah.
I don't have a weapon out, so I would just as soon save my reaction.
Okay. Alright. Yep. It ran over there. Just a second. This isn't for what you're doing. Wasn't there Litwick above you? Oh, no wait, it's down there.
Yeah.
I could have sworn I put something above you, but I must be thinking otherwise.
I mean, I was above him.
Oh, right, that must have been it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Got 35 movement, huh?
That was 30.
I'm
Or
going to use my action,
Oh, wait. No, it's one less. Okay, it's right here.
or my movement, to move kind of up here next to Eugene and not be completely isolated.
Fair enough.
And that will be my turn.
Okay. Alright. Tactics, go.
What direction can Sergey knock the rock?
If I move around it from anywhere, I can move it opposite of what I'm facing, so...
Yeah.
Alright, well, if you could knock it somewhere Reniel could see it, that'd be beneficial.
I was thinking of just jumping out and start pummeling on it until it breaks.
Honestly...
So it'd probably just be best to knock it toward Eugene.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, Reniel will do his best to get into a position where he can see that.
But you're probably going to want to do that Thunderous Smite on it, because that will do a lot.
Well, that's the only way to move it if I want to attack it and then get
Yeah.
So if I move around to the shop and then attack it, it'll throw it toward Eugene.
That is smoke screen down there, though, so you can't attack it down there.
Well, I'm not there, no.
Oh, one above it. Okay.
Here.
Maybe just try to get Harold across the smoke screen.
I should be able to move up there on my turn.
All right. It begins. All right. The Trevenant is currently no longer distant whispering, so let's see. It will move here. It's not able to do anything yet, but it is certainly following you, Harold. Alright, and then we move to the
Impidimp.
Impidimp, yeah. Its name constantly escapes me for some reason. The Impidimp is going to go over here and it's going to shoot Sparkling Wind at you, Harold.
Okay.
Give me a Dexterity saving throw.
Does the thing from last turn still apply?
Yes, it does. Which is actually good for you, because if this does hit, you won't... If this misses, okay, but if this does hit, you won't lose it on concentration.
Okay. It's going to be, if I can roll in the right channel, that would help.
It would, yes.
Eight.
Okay. Alright. You take 6 radiant damage. Give me a concentration check. The fake tears no longer applies.
This is the one that matters.
No.
Gosh dang it.
Okay, concentration is broken.
Parser, please.
Parser is just not being nice for anyone.
Alright, that's its turn. The Flababy is going to keep concentrating on that, but you notice, Sergey, that because of the smoke, you imagine maybe because of the smoke screen, it isn't able, or maybe it's because of something special with the rock, it is currently not able to heal the rock.
Huh.
So, it's going to move closer to the smoke screen, but otherwise it can't really do much there. Alright, and the Flababian back is going to basically more or less, yeah, it's going to go to the cliff and attempt to climb it. To which it failed massively. So it's stuck at the bottom. Alright, Eugene?
Alright, so I'm gonna jump out of the smoke screen.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna fire a bullet at the rock.
Alright, give me an attack roll.
17.
That hits. Roll damage, roll sneak attack.
D6 plus 4 and 2d6. Okay, so 16 altogether.
Alright, one of it. Oh, wait, no, none of it is half because of your slingshot. Okay, 16.
And then with my bonus action, I'm gonna say, Sergey, smash! Using the help action to give him advantage. And then I am just gonna go over around this rock for cover. I can't hide, but I'll go there.
Okay. Alright. Shuppet's turn. Let's see if it can afford the darkness this time. It's rolled the exact same thing it rolled last time, so it's still stuck in your smoke screen. Oh my gosh. Okay. Litwick. This Litwick is going to... float right over there. And it is going to shoot fire at you, Sergey. Let's see. Yeah, okay. Does a 16 hit?
Meets beats.
Okay, if your AC is 16, then it's meets.
Yeah.
Okay. You'll take 5 fire damage.
All right. Goodbye, 8 health.
Other Litwick is going to climb up here, but it's not going to be able to do anything since Harold's below. Okay. Reniel?
Reniel can't see the rock from his position, right?
I don't believe so. There's too many rocks and too much smoke in your way. If you were to somehow climb the tree and get a better vantage point, you could.
Reniel's gonna try to climb the tree.
Okay. Let's see if the EV can athletics.
He cannot, but let's see if he can do something amazing.
Doesn't he have like a -2? Oh.
Yes, he does have a -2.
You fall flat on your back attempting to climb this tree.
Okay. Did that cost me any movement?
I'm gonna say no, but you are prone.
Okay, he's just gonna get back up and...
Well, there goes half.
guess there's not a whole lot he can do.
Climb the tree again. No.
I don't see why not. There's nothing else he can do on his turn, so... He's gonna try to climb the tree again. Same roll?
Yeah.
No.
You don't fall flat on your back this time, but you don't make it up.
Okay.
And I'm gonna say
That's Reniel's turn.
Yeah. Alright. Okay. Sergey. Unless I'm forgetting something this time. No, I'm not. Alright, Sergey.
This time I'm making sure to empower my weapon with Thunder Smite beforehand, moving around to either side of the rock, and going for the swing.
Alright, give me an attack roll. You have advantage because of help.
Alright.
Alright, that hits.
Well, that hits, but can I get the whip?
No.
No. Alright. Roll damage.
Ouch. And then follow that up with the 2d6. So I guess that means that the rock's been flung.
Yep. Let me just...
Yeah, it gets pushed 10 feet.
You could say that, yeah. So your Thunderous Smite shatters the rock and its pieces all fly 10 feet. Alright. And... yeah.
Whoa, he took that literally.
The ghosts are all like, oh my gosh, what's happening? What's going on? However, all of them, except the Trevenant, who still seems to be malicious.
Oh, great.
Oh.
Keep running, Harold.
Alright, so the rock is no longer an initiative. Harold, it's your turn.
Right.
You
Harold
could-
is going to take a, flavor-wise, slightly different approach.
Alright, I will note, by the way, that I think nobody else is in vantage point to realize that the Trevenant is still aggressive, and also all of them would assume all the ghosts will just run away at this point in time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're like across this
Yeah.
line. Yay, we did it, guys!
And then just Sergey towards Eugene. Smash. I'm not a
Yes.
brute.
Harold is going to turn to the Trevenant and say, "Stop! This isn't really you!" Cast Vicious Mockery.
Okay. Oh my gosh, it's rolling. Okay.
It failed.
failed. Yeah. It rolled a nat 1.
So it takes 3 points of psychic damage.
Okay.
And 3 to leave without provoking opportunity attacks. Harold is going to dive through the smoke screen. Come up to around here.
Anything?
Right. If you're going through the smoke screen, then give me perception or investigation to get out of it.
I mean, can't I just keep going the same direction I was going when I entered it?
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, it's not that thick. You're probably smart enough just in general, unlike these ghosts, to do that.
Wasn't that supposed to calm all of them down?
Wait, didn't it?
No. He's kind of looking back towards where the Trevenant was with a hint of panic in his eyes. And that will be his turn.
Alright. Tactics meeting, go.
Alright, Sergey, since you know that the Trevenant is still hostile, could
Yeah,
you...
because Harold would have.
Yeah, could you tell Renuel you still got the Psychic Link forged, so...
Yeah.
Thank you.
I guess I can do that at the start of the turn instead of. Could I technically do that now since
It's
free
just
action?
a free action, basically.
Yeah, I'll allow you to let
Right.
Reniel know before anything.
Yeah, I mean, I can try to use Vicious Mockery if it gets close to anybody, but that's
Mhm.
about the extent of what I can do.
Probably gonna move over and attempt to move towards the group.
Yeah, I
Start body blocking this thing.
I need someone in front of it to do anything relevant. So I'm just probably going to just kind of react to what happens here.
I
Renuel's
could
gonna-
try putting up Fairy Fire, but I'd rather save my spell slot.
And I'm
Especially if it's on one
completely
target.
out of. Yeah, I'm completely out of spells at this point. So
Alright, tactics are over. Alright. We start with the Trevenant. With a roar, it is going to move over here. It is going to pass the smoke screen without it seemingly affecting it much. And it is going to... Who's it going to... I'm gonna say... It is going to fire a shadowy ball at you, Sergey.
Right.
It has disadvantage.
Right. And it got a nat 1 with that disadvantage.
Oh.
Alright. And that is its turn. The ghosts are basically irrelevant. They're all just gonna scatter off.
Lee.
Yeah. So, yeah, I might as well just take them off the map just to get rid of some of the clutter. This is a
Leave that Flabebe in where it would be. The one that's up north, leave it where it would be. Renuel wants to have a word with it.
Okay.
Probably gonna run by the time you get to it.
Assuming he can.
Alright. Sure. I'll leave that one there.
I'm scared.
It was right here.
Didn't it move?
Well, it wasn't its turn yet, so.
Okay, well, it is its turn now, and it is going to move over there.
Okay.
Alright. Eugene?
I'm guessing it knows I'm here.
Yeah, you weren't hiding.
Yeah. Okay. So then I will. I don't know. Okay, first I'll help Sergey by saying, "Quickly, get rid of that thing. It's like the final boss." And I guess I'll just try to do chip damage to it by like kind of shooting between the rock here, and yeah, we'll just try shooting it.
Alright.
Actually, I'm gonna produce flame.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't get sneak attack anyway, so
And that
I'm not gonna hit it anyway.
That does not hit.
Ooh.
And I just kind of shirk back and take cover behind this rock again.
Alright. Reniel?
Okay, Renyl's gonna go right here. He's going to forge a new telepathic link with the Flabebe, and he's going to say,
Would you be willing to help me and my friends? I have seen your kind heal, and it would be great if you could go up there and heal the Mudkip.
The Flababy's a little terrified right now, but roll persuasion and let's see if you can convince it.
okay. Probably not.
No. It's too terrified.
Okay.
Points for
There was an intent.
Yeah, points for creative thinking at least.
Yep, there was nothing Renyel could have done otherwise anyway, so since it's not listening, he's going to use his dash action to get, let's see, where's the best vantage point here? Well, he's not going to be able to see it because of the rocks no matter where he goes, so. Actually, well, Sergey stays where he is, it might come after Sergey, so I guess Renyel will go right here.
Alright. Sergey.
Alright. Well, actually, I was going to move, so
It's up to you.
I'm going to move into range. Lucky for me. Actually, that's perfect. That blocks him off. And at this point, I'm just going to start swinging.
Okay. Give me an attack roll.
And this was with advantage again, so
Which is
I
a
need
good
it.
thing.
Oh,
Yeah, you just hit this thing's bark and it just gives you an unamused roar.
Ah,
Alright, Harold.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know if I can keep constantly coming up with insults for the same enemy over and over. We're gonna use Vicious Mockery on it again.
Okay, I won't have you constantly do random insults. It fails. Wow, it's rolling terrible with that.
Thank goodness for that, at least.
At least Parser's impartial.
1 point of psychic damage.
Okay. Why are you... Oh, there we are.
It's gonna try to get just as far away from this thing as he can.
All right.
And that is actually. How does Sergey look right now?
Well, if we ignore 8, he's at full health.
Okay. So nobody looks like really beaten up.
No.
Well,
I don't think so.
I'm on a scale of 1 to 19. I'm at about an 8.
Oh. I'm gonna use a bonus action and my last spell slot to cast. Yeah, bonus action, last spell slot to cast Healing Word on Eugene.
Thank you.
Not a great roll. You regain 5 hit points.
13 is better than 8.
Alright, that is going to be my turn.
All right. Do you guys need a tactics?
Yeah.
All right. Tactics.
Reniel needs a rope.
Okay. Do you have a rope, Harold?
Give me 1 second.
Doesn't necessarily need to be a rope, just something that can get him up the cliff easier.
Can't remember just.
And since I'm kind of here occupied trying to keep the thing from moving up on everyone else.
I mean, I could, but I'm kind of in the camp of just trying to damage this thing, but I don't know.
Right.
Reniel can just try to get up on his own.
I don't believe I have one.
I mean, you could just give me the assist and then run over to try to help him.
I have an idea. Don't worry about it. Okay.
All right. Okay. It is the Trevenant's turn. It is going to be a ghost and go right through these rocks over to here.
Oh.
I no longer need a rope, guys.
And it is going to take a swing at both Eugene and Sergey. I believe, is one of these at disadvantage or is it both of them?
So it depends on how. I mean, if it's assuming it's 2 separate attacks,
It is,
then
yeah.
it's on one of them.
Okay. We'll say it will. I'll be nice and I'll say it'll have disadvantage on the attack against Eugene and not against Sergey.
That sounds nice.
Alright. Which is very good because otherwise it would have nat 20'd you, Eugene.
Oh.
Okay, I assume a 12 does not hit.
Nope, I'm 15.
Oh my god!
Nat 20?
Did it net?
Yes!
Ouch. Oh dear.
Okay. I was half tempted
Hold
to...
on just a second.
You have a reaction of some kind to
does
save
it-
them.
Oh, right. I think I know what he's about to do.
Yeah. Gosh, what would he say?
I'll give you a second.
No, I mean, I know what I'm going to do. It's how I want to flavor it.
Yeah, that's what I meant by I'll give you a second.
So you've already been lost, so you want to take us down with you. Harold is going to use cutting words. And subtract a whopping 1 from its roll.
I mean, it's no longer a nat 20, so...
Okay, you know what? Okay.
Yeah, it would have required a bit of a high roll in order to make it go down anyways, but no longer nat 20 is probably the best result. You're still gonna take 9 necrotic damage, but it's not as bad as it could have been.
Oh dear.
And with that, I am now out of Bardic Inspiration and spell slots.
Yay! Yeah, that's always a fun pain.
All right. This thing is... Let's see, can it fully make it out? Will you cooperate with me? Yeah. I kind of want to fudge it, but nah, this thing is gonna escape. Alright. Eugene.
Oh, okay. So I'll get out the silver spike and I'm going to try and plunge it into this thing.
Alright, give me an attack roll.
Uh, 17.
That hits. Roll damage, roll sneak attack.
Does this work? Yes, it works.
Oh, nice.
Sure.
Okay. You dealt a
Could have just
pretty...
done 3d6.
Ah,
Oh, wait. So plus 4. So 16.
okay.
So I'm guessing 8.
Yeah, so you dealt a... what you would assume would be a nice blow, but you notice that this thing resisted it.
Yeah. But I will move over here. And I don't know what Reniel is doing, so... hit it harder! It's all bark and no bite! And I'll give Sergey help again.
Oh, I found that funnier than it probably should be.
Just after, nearly getting slammed by a net 20.
Alright, Reniel.
Alright, Reniel's gonna move right here. That he's not going to move right there. He's going to move right there. I think that's within range. That is not within range. That is within range. And he's going to use Foresight on the Trevenant.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, good.
So now the Trevenant looks like it's much easier to... or, well, not easier to hit, but now it looks a bit more solid. And is that all?
And
Is that all for
that's
Reniel?
all Reniel's gonna do. Yep.
Okay. Sergey.
Well, we're at the point now we just keep swinging. So that's what I'm going to do. And roll it again. My goodness. That's better. Okay. Plus 3. No, that's another score. I keep rolling 5 for damage.
Okay.
I mean, it's not a bad number to roll.
Alright.
It is 8.
Yep, and you notice thanks to Reniel's glare, this thing was not as able to avoid it as well as it used to.
Cool.
Or, well, was not able to resist as much as it used to. Okay. Alright, Harold.
We're almost there. We just gotta hit it a little more. And Vicious Mockery again.
Alright. With save, which it keeps failing.
Oh.
Don't question it. 3 points of psychic damage.
Okay. Well, that makes math
solid
easy.
30.
Big 3-0. Alright. Your words are actually true. It is looking like it is getting pretty close to... It's pretty much on its last legs. 1 or 2 good hits should do it in.
I'm gonna try to take some cover back here, and that will be my turn.
Alright. Do you guys need a tactics meeting?
What do you plan to do, Reniel?
Okay.
Probably gonna magic missile unless someone else says otherwise.
Okay, and I'm just gonna help Sergey then. If you plan on doing some sort of spell attack, then I know to direct my help to you. That's what I need to know.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, you're just going for magic missile then.
Well, I could go for firebolt.
Well, magic missile will probably be better
Yeah.
damage.
Yeah.
This is all the magic
Guaranteed.
Reniel has left in him, so after this, no more spell slots.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Pain.
Pain indeed.
All right.
Yeah, we're good.
Okay. It is the Trevenant's turn again. Harold, give me another strength saving throw.
At least I don't have to worry about losing concentration this time. And 12.
Oh, that does not succeed. Okay, so these vines go around your webbed feet. I think that's what ducks have. And it sort of grapples you in place. You will take... Oh, whoops. You will not take that much. You will take 5 bludgeoning damage. However, also, as a bonus action, this Trevenant is going to send necrotic energy through that vine. And you will take 6 necrotic damage. And you notice that energy is being poured back to the Trevenant.
Oh, so that's what they've been trying to do.
So do I have the grappled condition?
Yeah. You have the grappled condition. We'll
that's
say
3 damage.
there. All right, Eugene, it's your turn.
Okay. And I suppose I can't attack the vines, can I?
You probably could attempt to break out free, yeah. Though, of course, that would require you to get closer to him.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna damage them with a slingshot. Okay, I'm banking we can probably end it this round, and first I'll do my silver spike.
Okay.
+6. Don't fail me. It failed me.
No.
Then I'm gonna direct it to say to Sergey, make this guy leave us alone.
Ow.
Oh my gosh.
And
I'm getting desperate.
Yeah, we gotta finish this off before I run out of them all of them. Okay. Yeah, and that's all I can do because I don't want to take opportunity attacks.
All right, Raniel.
Magic missile.
Okay. Just attack. All right, just damage, I should say.
Wow.
Max damage.
Holy crap!
So you guys see these 3 little spikes of energy just kind of float up over the edge of the cliff and then just spear right into the Trevenant.
Unfortunately, it is immune to force tap. No. Let me look at this, but yeah, no. So as soon as these spikes pierce the Trevenant, you just see it glow in that sort of red energy and disappear in a puff of red mist before fading away into nothingness. You are now, and Harold, the vines covering you are no longer there. You are now out of an initiative.
Harold collapses, panting.
Reniel just kind of slowly makes his way around and eventually walks through the smoke.
Eventually.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think we're all seeing this the same way in our heads.
yeah. Just dead-eyed Evie just slowly emerges from the smoke.
Of course.
Eugene is kind of like panting, and he kind of like throws the silver spike down on the ground and collapses near the rock, like panting.
How exciting.
You
Glares.
were not over here in this whole fight.
Who was the one that dealt the killing blow?
Eugene basically gets up and starts like gathering all this stuff off the ground, maybe some ammunition over by where the rock was.
Yeah,
the
you'll get
grappling
about
hook and
half
stuff
of
like that.
you'll get about half the ammunition you used.
Right, I counted 4, so I get 2.
Reniel's gonna collect one. Yeah, Reniel's gonna collect one more red rock fragment, so he has a collection of some from
course.
each of them.
When we get back to the guild, I am making sure to sharpen these things next time.
Smoke probably goes away too. It only lasts a minute.
Yeah,
We're out of initiative.
yeah. We'll say as you're gathering and collapse that the smoke eventually just disappears.
Let's go back to Mori and see what happened there.
Right.
And we will go
Hopefully
back.
there was the last of them.
It was supposed to be.
Alright, so despite your exhaustion, you all begin making your way back to the village. You notice that by this point in time, it's reaching around late afternoon, early evening. Skies are starting to yellow a bit.
Mm-hmm.
And you soon reach the village. You see... Oh, sorry, did someone say something?
Nope.
Nope.
No.
Oh, okay. As you reach the village, you see... It seems to be a bit livelier. You see the ghost children, the fairy children, all of them seem to be just hopping, just floating around, playing happily, minding more or less minding their own business and just enjoying themselves in this village.
And we see him, right?
Yeah, Mori seems to be in the center of the village, just watching these ghosts fly around and enjoy themselves with a small smile on his face.
Yeah. Perhaps there's one or two with some bruises on them. But
Well, they're ghosts, so it's discolored ectoplasm.
Oh.
it's kind of like an apple when it's
That's an
mushy.
interesting way of phrasing it.
I'll like look over this and I'll say, okay, we did it.
Mori, after hearing you, he looks towards you, and he says, "Yeah, I believe you did. This is every ghost that the Rock captured is here and accounted for."
Can you please bring out all the stolen items?
He nods and says, "Yeah, I should." He goes over to the tool shed and he brings out a number of items. You see, in a pile, you see a necklace, you see a walking cane, you see a very fancy vase, a few spell scrolls, some citrus berries, some calm seeds, a Haxorus tusk, and 10 iron thorns.
Do you by any chance remember who these belong to?
He looks at him and he shakes his head and he says, "I Can't say I do, sorry. I wasn't
The
really...
guild will
Sorry.
likely have a report of who all is missing items.
But I just thought it'd be a little easier just so there's no shenanigans when someone comes to claim them. Especially that Golbat you told me about who obviously lost an item.
Well, as long as there are reports, hopefully the guild will be able to manage this.
But also, I think you need to come with us.
That was the agreement.
Mori seems to...
Does he really?
He stole from people. And despite the means, he shouldn't be doing that.
Perhaps the guild leaders will let him off easy.
Again, we can put in good word for him, have everything explained, but...
I mean, this could have been solved if you didn't just try to do it all on your own.
Just remember that for next time.
Preferably there would not be next time.
I suppose, yeah. I'll come in quietly, but I have something I want to ask of all of you first, before the guild decides whatever my fate might be.
And that would be...
That is.
These, as I'm sure you've probably surmised, these rocks aren't natural. They don't normally belong here. And I suspect they were planted by someone or something for some purpose or another. I want you to, if you can, try and figure out who or what created or planted these rocks, and try and solve the mystery of why they're here.
I do have one question. Do you... Never mind.
What?
It's nothing. I probably shouldn't. Asking you this question could probably get us into trouble, so... Do you know who would be responsible for something like this?
He thinks for a moment before shaking his head and saying, I wouldn't know. It's really odd, too. This whole thing implies someone else is aware of these ghosts around here, but the only people who should know are me and Gwaybold University. Some of the professors in there are the ones who I reported my findings to, but I can't imagine any of them would want to do something like this.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I wish I had more information, but I can't imagine how it came to be in the first place.
I'll be honest, though. You didn't hurt anyone, so I don't think you shouldn't be punished too severely for this.
Especially since he is returning everything and coming willingly.
Exactly. And you're sure these Pokemon here will be fine without you?
He pauses for a moment. Apparently something caught him, but he eventually says... Sorry, what was the question again?
You're sure they won't relapse or anything without your presence, right?
He says, after that moment's pause, he says, no, they shouldn't. Assuming these red rocks don't. Assuming there are more of them somehow, but there shouldn't be, and assuming they don't come back, these spirits, they seem to be fine and placated before I came here. And who knows how long they've been here, so they should be fine even after I'm gone.
Right. I want you to tell the guild everything you know. And do you know if there's any chance we could possibly relocate them?
He shakes his head and he says, they seem attached to this place. I don't think they're willing to leave.
They may not have a choice.
Alright, also, there was something strange with the last rock. Glowing lots more, and there was even extra Pokemon, none of which would have seemed to be with these children. So, I mean, it was a Trevenant, which... Would we know that's an evolution of the...
I'll say if you want to know, give me a nature check. It should be pretty easy because of the obvious similarities.
Right. Nature. It's a flat D10. Or D20, excuse me.
Which you don't.
I mean, he's been out at sea most of the time. You probably don't get many Trevenant out there.
No.
Probably not.
Is there, by chance, anyone unaccounted for?
He shakes his head and he says, no. Everyone is here and accounted for. So I don't know why there would be an extra ghost in a Trevenant at that. That seems strange. I can give guesses if you want me to, but I don't have anything concrete.
Did it remind Harold of, like, appearance-wise, was it at all similar to Dungeon Ferals? Or do they not look any different from ordinary Pokemon?
Dungeon Ferals generally don't look too different from other Pokemon, whereas this thing looked entirely different from... Well, I don't want to say entirely different, but it did have a few differences.
Oddities.
Oddities. I wonder... He eventually, though, shakes his head and says, I'm sorry, I don't really know.
It is something to report to the guild leaders.
Yeah, if you want my speculation, I can give it at least.
By all means.
It's possible. Don't want to say for certain, but these rocks, they summon reinforcements without making any sounds or anything. So it's possible these rocks have some form of communication structure between them as well. And after destroying the other 3 rocks, perhaps the final one, in desperation, tried doing something. I don't know how it managed to accomplish creating or summoning a Trevenant. Perhaps it was gathering data on the ghosts and created a stronger version of one of them because Trevenant is evolved from one of them. Or perhaps some other way, but if I were to speculate, that would be my guess, is that it knew it was being targeted last and it wanted to protect itself with something as strong as it could, and failing that, it wanted to take out whoever took it out.
I can't really guess much on that front, but if I had to guess, they in some way act as a sort of beacon that calls out to nearby Pokemon that are already somewhat under their influence.
Perhaps that would explain why each rock already had the Pokemon around it.
And how new ones come in.
Reniel got some fragments of it. Would you know anything better with a closer look at the rock?
He says, I can try, but I'm not as much of an arcane scientist as most you would expect from Ledrith. You might want to...
One of the fragments floats out in front of him.
You may have a look, but I intend to give it to one of the other guild members for analysis.
Well, doesn't hurt to try. He looks at the fragment. He gives it a good look over and he says, I don't know about material composition or anything, but I could definitely tell there is certainly something arcane about this rock. But unfortunately, that's about it for what I can give you. And he hands you...
the fragment floats back into Renyl's mane.
Anyways, I believe it's getting late, so you should go and I should go too.
You can say goodbye to them if you want, if this is going to be a...
Very well then. Would you all mind... You may all go on ahead. I promise I'll come in. You could take the items as well to the guild. Would you mind giving me a bit of time to say goodbye to these guys before I begin moving as well?
I have no qualms.
I think that's the least we can do.
Mm-hmm.
Makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll be there probably within 20 minutes, so if I'm not there within 20 minutes, then you could feel free to send whoever you want out at me or put whatever wanted posters out. But I promise I don't intend to run.
Alright then.
Okay. So yeah, you see him sort of walk off and sort of try and corral the ghosts together. Who wants to be the item carrier?
I just got stolen items as an item in my pack with everything on it. So
Okay.
Renyl, do you mind if I take a look at one of those fragments?
It pops back out of his mane and goes over to him.
Do you mind if I hold on to this for a bit?
I have several. You may.
I still don't understand why you'd want to keep extras of these.
They are not for me. I intend to give some of them to Kaylin for analysis.
Enough.
Well, since I know who the necklace and this wooden pole belongs to, I'll give them back first.
Very well. I will return to the guild and give Kaylin some of these fragments. I will see you all there.
So it'll be good then that someone reports job well done.
Mm-hmm. I'll give you the rest of the items. I'll just deal with the necklace and the pole.
Sorgi is holding the items. He is the strongest.
Yeah.
Alright.
Alright.
So, if you want to know, it's a vase, spell scrolls, citrus berry, calm berry, I think, a haxorus tusk, and iron thorns.
I don't think I'd have anywhere to really write those down. I'm getting to the point that my backpack storage is doing the thing where the font shrinks whenever I write it.
Just put stolen items.
Yeah, that works.
Stolen goods are now forfeit.
Oh no.
Okay, so you all return back to town doing what you said you were. Eugene, you get a very hearty thank you from Shannon as you return her necklace, and Alman gives you a genuine nod as you return his cane.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. Whereas you, Sergei, you return the rest of the stolen items. You return the rest of the stolen goods to, say you probably return them all to Rihan.
Mm-hmm.
And
while I'm there, I'll just let her know about everything as well with Mori.
Mm-hmm. And Rihan says, "Wow, that's pretty good, you guys. All right, don't worry. I'll send word out, and we'll make sure all the stolen items are returned to the rightful place. And once Mori comes here, don't worry. We'll try and be as nice about it as we can.
All right, good.
He'll probably still have to serve sometime, but we'll make his sentence as light as possible."
Perfect. I'll let the rest of the group know.
Okay. As for you, Reniel, you go down to the basement lab. You probably use a tentacle to knock because that's what you do.
Of course.
Sure.
And Kaylin opens the door. She gives a look at the tentacle before saying.
She looks at it. When she looks at it, it quickly slips back in under his mane.
Like spaghetti, like when you suck it up.
Exactly like that.
She looks to you and she says, "Do you and your tentacles need something?"
We are in need of some molecular analysis.
And then the tentacle pops back out with 4 red shards.
"Oh, what are
and
those?"
offers them to her. What was that?
She takes them and she says, "What are these?"
We were recently in Misty Gale's forest, dealing with some rocks that were exerting some sort of controlling influence over some of the ghost type and fairy type Pokemon that were living there. These rocks were the reason for it, and I would like you to do some research and analysis on them to tell us what exactly they are."
She looks at him curiously before saying, "All right. Sure, can do."
Thank you.
All right. What are you doing, Harold?
I'm gonna DM you.
Okay. All right, you are doing DMing things. All right. Then I suppose if there is... I kind of want to wait for the DM first, but let's see.
It probably doesn't. It probably doesn't need to get feedback in session.
Okay. Then I'll say, yeah, you're all free. You have all returned back, and you can all retreat back into your rooms should you so wish.
Yeah, just for a little flavor, as Eugene is walking back to the guild after returning the necklace and the 10-foot pole. Kind of what he said to Mori is kind of going through his head of he shouldn't have done things alone. And he kind of slowly walks back to the guild, dragging his feet a little bit.
Okay. And then you're gonna head to your room?
Yeah.
All right. Well, as you head to your room, Eugene, you and Reniel will be joining me in the party splits chat.
Oh.
Reniel?
Reniel, yep, Reniel.
Interesting.
Okay, then.
Oh.
See you guys in just a second. Okay, so Eugene, as you enter your room, you don't see Sergey in there at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you enter your room, and
As soon as you enter the room and walk in a little bit, the door shuts behind you and you hear it lock.
I turn around
Renyul's standing there looking right into your eyes, and one of his tentacles is holding the lock shut on the door.
Hello, Eugene.
What are you doing?
We need to have a little talk.
About
This-
what?
Well, this morning when we were eating breakfast, you seemed to know something about me. You're going to tell me what you know.
I don't know anything.
Let me tell you something, Eugene. Nothing rarely means nothing. It often means something. And if you aren't willing to tell me of your own free will, I can and will pry it out of your mind against it.
I swear it's nothing. I was just... Remember in Dawnsbury?
Yes.
Remember Glenn Starshard?
Glenn Starshard. I am not so good with names. Which one was he again?
He's the ancestor of that war turtle.
Ah, yes. The one that my ancestor worked with. What about him?
He worked with her to come up with a plan to, well, invade that stronghold. And I just got a little curious about Koratha, and I just did a little more research on her, that's all. I don't know anything about you.
What did you learn about her? I am interested, as I do not know a whole lot about her myself, other than that she was smarter than smart.
Well, yeah, that's what I found out. Well, to be honest, she was a little arrogant, if I'm being blunt.
I would not be surprised. When you are as smart as someone in my family, that is typically the case.
And the only other thing I figured out was she made it so TMs could be used by all Pokemon instead of just specific Pokemon.
I see. So there was nothing you found out about me specifically?
No, like I said, I would appreciate it if you didn't just barge into my room.
He just kind of shrugs a bit.
It is very difficult for other Pokemon to tell when I am being serious and when I am making a joke. So, I wanted to make sure you knew I was serious.
Okay, then. Well, if you want to know more, I know a few other things, but they probably don't matter to you.
Oh, do tell.
Well, she made it so that orbs could be manufactured, and she invented a bag that could just hold an unlimited amount of things. And
Very
she was...
interesting.
And at the end of her life, she was interested on researching the mystery dungeons.
My family does tend to have quite the interest in them. My father worked on mystery dungeons, as I am sure you have heard.
No, I haven't.
I believe it was mentioned at one point, but my father has done work on mystery dungeons. I worked alongside him, but I will tell you all of that when the proper time comes.
Actually, if the answer is being dead, you can probably just leave my room, but do you know why someone would just disappear after entering a mystery dungeon?
I cannot say that I do. It is likely that one could get lost in a mystery dungeon. After all, they are labyrinthian in nature.
Yeah, but after many searches, searching high and low, a very basic mystery dungeon, Do you know how someone could just disappear without a trace?
He thinks for a bit.
Well, other than the usual things that all tend to lead to death, there is one other possibility I could conjecture. However, I have no way of confirming this. Mystery dungeons, well, are mysteries. It is possible that one mystery dungeon could loop into another. And whoever you are looking for could simply be in another mystery dungeon. Depending on how long it has been, there is a lowering chance of survival, but I suppose as long as there is no confirmed death, whoever you are looking for could still be alive.
Okay. Thank you.
And if you do figure, I will take my leave then. If you do find out anything interesting about any of my other ancestors, I would be very interested in what they have done.
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry if you thought I was going behind your back for some reason.
No harm, no foul, I believe the saying is.
Mm-hmm.
I will leave you to your own devices now. Have a good evening, Eugene.
Yeah.
And the tentacle unlocks the door and swings it open, and Reniel just kind of walks out.
All right. Okay, join me back in the regular channel. Okay, so
Okay.
after doing your various tasks, you all eventually you see Reniel leaving Eugene's room, and Reniel probably heading to his own, I imagine.
Yep.
Okay. So are y'all gonna retreat back to your rooms?
Yeah.
Yeah, after Harold takes care of the business he was taking care of, he will return to his room.
Alright. Okay, unless anyone else has anything they want to say, then I will think we will call it an episode.
Yeah. I'll save something I wanted to do for next time.
Alright. Good episode, everyone.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, well, yep. Little sudden, but thank you all for watching. I'm still terrible at ending these things, and see you all later.